Hello and welcome to this edition of TMA's Farm Margin Talk. This is Devin Schierling, Grain Marketing Manager for TMA. So as I prepared today's slides, I couldn't help but look up at our calendar in our office and realize that I have very few days left to actually get my Christmas shopping done. So my sense of urgency is something that a lot of you guys are feeling right now as you're getting ready to put your final decisions on your purchasing needs for your 2011 expenses as we get ready for our 2012 year. And we'll talk about that a little bit more going forward. But as we look at our farm margin index for December the 16th, 2011, you'll notice that once again everything is in the black for the most part except for 2013 wheat. But our profits are not what they have been, but there still is opportunity and ways to manage that risk that we'll talk about here in a slide or two. This slide here shows us how we come up with our numbers, the crop nutrient, the individual expenses that make up our individual farm revenue based off our new crop cash prices at Groveland, Kansas for this example. And this just shows you the number of bushels it takes to purchase those needs. And then in the yellow, you're also looking at the number of bushels that you have that are available to sell over and above your crop insurance guaranteed bushels that cover your cost. So what that means is that's what your profit potential is on that individual crop. So today what we're going to talk about is focusing in on that decision that you're going to be making here in the next couple of days, is what expenses do I need to put in the 2011 year versus 2012. And for those of you, you're probably going to be looking at purchasing some of your crop protection and crop nutrient needs. So in this example, you're looking for a typical dryland corn producer. You're looking between around 21 bushels of corn at today's cash price to cover your crop nutrient needs. So what does that look like over time? Well, I went and plugged this into to our profit matrix and other software that we've created. And from September the 1st of 2000 until today, the black line represents right about that 20 bushel line where we're at today. So you can see that that's not out of line compared to where we've been at. It is in the upper hand range of the number of bushels it takes to purchase those inputs, but it gives you a long-term feel for what that looks like on your operation. But the most important thing is having that profit goal in mind and knowing how that decision affects your overall operation. So what's hot right now? What are those things that we're talking about? We have producers who are working on managing their risk through floor-based programs. We're nervous that this market could fall completely out of bed based on things that we can't control, but we're always leery about, hey, I sold my grain today. Murphy's Law is that it's going to go higher tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to make as much profit as my neighbor. So we want to work on making small investments to put floors in the market to protect us going forward and still give us upside in the market. And that next point is having upside on contracts. So if you're comfortable with cash-based sales, making sure we make those minimum price contracts. And then managing current and futures positions. Whether you have a position that you've already put in place through a cash contract or future positions, make sure you know how movements in the market will affect your overall profit potential. And last but not least is what we always talk about. Have a profit goal in mind and take action when that opportunity is in front of you. So this is a chart of the December 12 corn futures. You can see that we've seen a massive sell-off, which it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But from really the beginning of September to where we're at today, we've seen a significant drop. So where are we going to go from here? We keep bouncing up and down around this $5.50 mark when we have a January crop report that's coming out next week. So one of the things that producers are doing is they are using option contracts to put a floor in this market to protect themselves on short-term moves on grain they haven't sold. So keep that in mind if you're a producer that has grain in open storage and are concerned about a major change in that value. So what's going to move our margin going forward? USDA January report next week will give us a definite indication as to crop size for this upcoming year. Weather concerns going forward, and then world financials. What and how is the stability of currency throughout the U.S. going to affect the U.S.'s ability to be competitive in the world export markets? Huge thing going forward to watch for. So for more additional information or to customize this information to your farm, feel free to contact our TMA grain marketing or crop insurance specialist. Thank you and have a great day.